Muchas gracias. I would like to start by thanking the Minister, my friend, the President, Tabare Vázquez, and all the ministers and officials of all the countries that are part of the group for the hospitality, good organization of this meeting, and most of all, goodwill in this meeting, and a very constructive, frankful discussion that led to some concrete operational decisions, as you have heard. We have decided to represent the two sides of this, the two cultural, linguistic sides of this group by having me reading exactly the same text that the Minister has just read in Spanish, in English. So we are both on the record for different audiences in the world, as we see that there is a lot of media attention, rightly so, I believe, for this first inaugural meeting we've had of the International Contact Group. Conscious of the severity of the current crisis in Venezuela and its impact in the region, and deeply concerned by the plight of its people, the International Contact Group on Venezuela held its first meeting in Montevideo on the 7th of February 2019. The group aims to forge a common international approach to support a peaceful, political, democratic, and Venezuelan-owned resolution to the crisis, excluding the use of force, through free, transparent, and credible presidential elections in accordance with the Venezuelan constitution. In order for the country to overcome the current crisis, it is crucial to restore full democracy in all its dimensions, including rule of law, separation of powers, and respect for the constitutional mandate of the country's institutions, notably the democratically elected National Assembly. The group stresses that the fundamental freedoms and human rights of all Venezuelans must be respected. It deplores the death and injuries caused by excessive use of force and underlines that violence is never a solution. In its first meeting, the group took stock of the situation in the country and discussed how the group could best help in finding a peaceful path towards the holding of new presidential elections with all the necessary conditions and guarantees in conformity with the Constitution as laid out in the terms of reference of the International Contact Group. The group also recognized that the humanitarian crisis that is deepening by the day, affecting millions of Venezuelans. The group expressed its commitment to mobilize further assistance in areas of need and coordinate its delivery in liaison with the joint UNHCR-IOM Special Representative, Mr. Eduardo Stein. To that end, the group, through the co-chairs of the meeting, that is the two of us, will proceed with the necessary contacts with relevant Venezuelan actors, as well as with regional and international partners, with the aim of, first, establish the necessary guarantees for a credible electoral process within the earliest time frame possible, and second, enable the urgent delivery of assistance in accordance with international humanitarian principles. To implement these goals, the International Contact Group will send a technical mission to the country. The group will reconvene at ministerial level by the beginning of March to take stock of progress. And in between, we will have a senior officials meeting in the next couple of weeks.